The pre-trial hearing in the Thabo Bester prison escape matter has been postponed to the 10th of February next year. Earlier, Judge Cagney Musi adjourned the matter to allow lawyers to confirm their availability and trial date. SABC News reporter Kamogelo Seekoei is following the court proceedings and joins us live. Very good afternoon to you, Kamogelo. Tell us the latest.
Well, as you might have seen at the beginning of proceedings this morning, the judge actually consulted with all the lawyers to find out if they were ready for trial. And all of the lawyers, except for Thabo Bester's lawyer, indicated to the judge that they were essentially ready for trial. But because Thabo Bester is not ready for trial and he has this application that he's bringing to the court to actually challenge the jurisdiction of the court and also to get the intervention of the court in terms of him getting a fair trial, the judge then said he was inclined to actually postpone this matter to the first term of next year so that Thabo Bester can get his chance to ventilate this matter in court. But also what happened when we resumed in court, we saw a rather heated debate between Thabo Bester's lawyer, Advocate Lerato Moela, and the judge talking about the fact that, rather the lawyer talking about the fact that he wanted to ventilate this and he wanted the judge to actually hear the matter today, but the judge indicating that the papers that were filed were incomplete. He actually called them half-baked. But I do have with me a legal analyst here, Dikeledi Sinakhomu, who is here to unpack this matter for us. There was a lot that was said in court. According to Thabo Bester's lawyer, this matter is ready to be heard in court. They want to have all the parties ventilate the issue of jurisdiction. Just explain to us the difference between the civil court and the criminal court, because the judge was rather disturbed by what was presented in court today.
Okay, the difference between that is that the criminal matter is it's whereby we are talking about criminal charges, and it's where we entertain only the criminal as the matter of Mr. Bester. And in this matter, this is the criminal matter, and it's supposed to be filed and served in terms of a criminal matter because the charge is under the crime, a criminal. And then when you talk about the civil, this court, it was not the court for entertaining this application because this it's not a criminal thing. It's a civil. So the judge was trying to explain to the attorney the differences between and the jurisdiction of where exactly should this matter be heard. And he said to him that the matter has to be heard in a criminal court.
So when we say the matter, are we talking about the issue of jurisdiction, or are we talking about the issue of fair trial, or are we talking about both?
We're talking about both. Remember, the application that has been done is done in terms of Section 35, according to the attorney. And the application is not complete, as it stated. And the judge was ensuring that this application is not complete at all. It's not the matter that we can say we want to ventilate it right now. Let the attorney file correctly the whole issue of the application, which is the application that they wanted to hear. They want the court to hear the application today. So the court was basically a simple thing. It says that your files, your matter, your application is not ready. It's incomplete. Even the citing of the whole application is completely wrong. So the other court would have not made so long argument with the attorney, but would have struck the matter from the roll completely.
We saw Thabo Bester also raising his hand, wanting to address the court. What do you make of that? I mean, the judge seemed rather irritated with that at some point.
It simply shows to the judge and to the NPA, it simply shows that the attorney and Mr. Bester were not communicating rightly, because you explain to the client that, when you are in court, because I'm your mouth, I have to speak on your behalf. You are not allowed to raise a hand and speak, but you can raise the hand and say you want to give the instructions to your attorney, and your attorney will take the instructions and then will talk to the judge. It's not allowed in our law for the attorney and the client as well, or the accused, to speak directly to the court in the same time.
Will this then not be used by Thabo Bester and his attorney in terms of what they're saying? They're not getting enough consultation time to prepare for this case?
Because the application, it talks about to get enough time to consult with your client. If Mr. Thabo Bester will allow the rules of the court to apply with his attorney and give himself a time and consult and give the attorney instructions to complete all those papers and submit, then the court will be able to hear that. But as long as they keep on making what he was doing in court of arguing, it's going to be unnecessary delay again.
Now, let's talk a little bit about Dr. Nandi Gudumana. Her matter was also raised. If we just take it back a little bit, she also came to this court arguing that her arrest in Tanzania was an abduction. The matter is now with the SCA, and her lawyers are saying that might have a bearing on the trial in this case. What do you think about that?
It will only have a bearing on the trial only if they will win the case in SCA. It will have a bearing. But if they're not winning the case in SCA, it's not going to have any bearing at all.
You previously indicated that you don't see any prospect. Have you changed your mind about it?
No, I didn't change my mind on that. I still believe that there's no prospect for Dr. Nandipa to succeed on that application.
Thank you so much for your time. That was Dikeledi Sinakomu there, just talking to us about some of the events that we saw inside the court between the judge, Cagney Musi, as well as Thabo Bester's lawyer, advocate Lerato Muela, just going on about whether this matter should be ventilated in court or not. But as you've heard, the matter has actually been postponed to next year for all the accused in the matter, and we will hear in the interim when Thabo Bester will be back in this court to come and ventilate his applications. With that, it's back to you in studio.
Thanks very much, my colleague there, Kamogelo.